Everything I say in this video is officially canon regarding the character Makuta Duncan. Please note, if anybody else states that Makuta Duncan has a weakness, please note that that person is obviously talking horse crap, and I have not said so. Makuta Duncan is my self-mock, and a lot of people do not like him for the reason he is, as I say, overpowered. This also comes at a terrible price to him, and honestly, I don't give a flying rat. I don't give a flying fuck what you think about my character. So let me remind you, he is my character, not yours. Makuta Duncan cannot be killed because of what he is. Due to him being a photonic-based entity, and I'll be talking about Photon, and having his weaknesses basically non-existent, Makuta Duncan has very good reasoning to why he is unkillable, and as unkillable as he is. So why, old Duncannuva, do you say, is Makuta Duncan a unkillable person? Makuta Duncan, who stands at 21 foot tall and has an armor thickness to make most modern-day tanks very, very small, has it to keep up his internal strength. Makuta Duncan is, due to his massive size, stated, as I've stated, is also very, very intellectual. Makuta Duncan, as I've said in the past, knows the weakness of everybody in a room in under 3 seconds. I know what you're thinking. How can they already know? How can he already know this? Makuta Duncan doesn't give a shit about what your character is or who your character is. If you are a robot who claims to be immortal, Makuta Duncan will know where your weak spots are, or how to really, really piss you off and slow you down. Not only that, but Makuta Duncan is more than easily capable of killing things 4 to 12 times his size. Like what, you say? Well, glad you asked. Makuta Duncan's biggest kill is in fact a version of himself that existed in pure hatred of the being, because the being was often confused with Makuta Duncan. Makuta Duncan is also very, very skilled with every single known and unknown combat form mastered. My character knows this style that not even anybody else knows, but Makuta Duncan knows it. Oh, my character knows how to defeat him indeed. No, he doesn't. The only way to really catch him off guard and giving you a slight upper chance is hoping that your character is a very good multitasker. If you're able to duel between 2 different fighting styles, you'll be able to keep Makuta Duncan guessing, keep him off guard. And because you'll be keeping him off guard, you'll be keeping him quite badly distracted. This is because Makuta Duncan does not do... Fuck! That did scare me! To be honest, that did speak to me. A 153. Whew! I got spooked. Oh, we got a pike. Sweet! I will not say no to that thing. That gives us a weapon, and I will have to cook up some food. Oh my goodness me, we got some levels! Anyway. Don't put a movement speed, but I don't want to put a melee damage. Because of Makuta Duncan's size, strength, and, well, power, he uses it to a very good advantage. And what advantage you're probably thinking is that? Makuta Duncan doesn't need to do much to intimidate an individual. In fact, because he's a former Makuta, has quite a bit of things that play in his favour. Your character, oh, he's a very good scientist. compared to Makuta Duncan, he's shit. Makuta Duncan is a genius, able to think out things and computer brain, able to be a person quite fast. In fact, he, in 3 seconds, could build 42 different versions of the standard armored drone. Which, for me, is a standard unit that is built for the Order of Draxon, again, a unit that Makuta Duncan serves under. So what else makes Makuta Duncan very, very hard to kill? His blood. Makuta Duncan isn't the standard Makuta. In fact, because he's not your standard Makuta, he actually has something that not many people say, ah, my character has this. Does he? Does he really? Makuta Duncan has one thing that not many people say, well, hey look, my character can do this. And, well, Makuta Duncan has something that a lot of people go, Wow. And that's, he's not artadermis blooded, like most Makuta are. For people who don't know, to be a Makuta, you are essentially a floating, you originally were organic, but then you became a floating gas inside armor, after you upgraded yourself. Makuta Duncan originally started out as a Glatorian, so there you go, one thing. He's not that, and was rebuilt by the Great Beings into a Makuta. Well, into a Toa that later got corrupted into a Makuta. Because of this, and that went down fast. Well, no, I'll leave it up. Sorry, fine. You want to just deal with it. Makuta Duncan actually doesn't give a shit about what your character, or who your character is. In fact, Makuta Duncan actually enjoys looking at individuals' characters and really laughing at them. And unfortunately for me, unfortunately for you guys listening to this video, that means your character won't be able to ever defeat him. But people have come close, and in fact the only one who's able to truly defeat Makuta Duncan is his cousin, Blatel. And this is actually canon. This was in a mock fight, and this was a just short stream. Like I mentioned, MD has photonic blood. That means MD is colder than cold. He's colder than your ex-lover's heart. You go look for... Actually, we'll go turn this fire out. And we'll go look for some Danos. He is, in fact... Photon actually means that if he jumped into the sun, he would freeze it over 42,000 times, because he is 0.4 billion googolplex below freezing, and Photon has no base freezing temperature. If you come in contact with MD, you will be cold, because MD's armor emits a cold area, and it's so cold that frost actually does form. Not only that, but I keep missing one thing. I've mentioned his cousin. I've mentioned the Order of Draxon. In a video I did talking about the Makuta, I also mentioned that he had friends and family. Makuta Duncan has three older siblings. A Black Phantom, aka Jake, John. Commando, aka Jacob. And Lariska, aka Jeanette, all of whom are older than him. See, here in New Zealand, here in my life, I'm not actually the eldest of any. I'm actually the oldest of 2 younger brothers. I created Makuta Duncan to be different because, well, Q. Kana there. We'll avoid him. I also do want to get off this island. I mean, I spawned here. But I do want to get off here. Well, that looks interesting. I want to go investigate that in a moment. Oh, just tree loading. Oh, he's noticed me. He was pissed. Anyway. Makuta Duncan also has one thing above his adversaries. And because of his complete knowledge of fighting, he doesn't need to wait until you make the first move. He already knows your fighting style and what you're going to do to try and combat him. Because of this, Makuta Duncan is very unpredictable himself. Actually, he's been confused himself, so... He's so unpredictable, his mind is so fast, he can predict what Deadpool was going to be doing before Deadpool does. Combine that with his unnatural aggression, his aggression, his anger, and his hatred for people, Makuta Duncan is effectively the most perfected fighting machine ever conceived by myself. And not only that, but if you ever face him on the field of battle, be sure you have an anti-photonic grenade. This will do quite a bit of damage to Makuta Duncan and stopping him, but you can never penetrate Makuta Duncan's armor. The fact that if you enter the ring as Makuta Duncan's enemy, you will not live. It doesn't matter if you are a Toa, a person of good intentions, a person of bad intentions. The moment you've targeted Makuta Duncan, the moment you die. As I've said to one of my friends who's like, oh, this character could beat MD. No. See, Makuta Duncan's blood also does one other thing that I love to mention when people get bitchy at me. It cancels out a person's natural abilities and other abilities as well. Meaning, Makuta Duncan you can be fighting Makuta Duncan, and 1 minute you can have the upper hand, the next minute you're falling face first on the dirt. Sorry about that noise, that was me moving a chair so I can sit down. It doesn't matter if you're it doesn't matter if you use nothing or anything. You use pure luck. You've lost everything the moment you've stepped into the ring with Makuta Duncan. And why am I doing this? Just to be unfair? No, it is actually how I've designed it. Makuta Duncan is my unstoppable character, and he is here to stay. I don't care if you're a person who hates me, or a person who doesn't like me at all. Makuta Duncan is my character, and my character only. It don't matter if you love him or hate him, or if you love me and hate me. I personally could not care less. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. I will catch you all in the next video. I do also want to say this: if anybody's using this video to try to counteract MD, the moment you find a way, the moment Makuta Duncan will be able to counteract that. Because we not, whilst I am not scientifically smart myself, Makuta Duncan is able to do things at a nanomolecular level. This means if you are a person who MD does not like or personally just hates, you can actually have a very bad time. You're in for a bad time. Thank you for listening. I'm Duncannuva, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.